If you've consumed the hysterical mainstream media over the past day, you'd think the British royal family, and actually the UK itself, is riddled with racism. But the very reason I joined GBNews is to provide balance, really, to the woke establishment orthodoxy. So let me be very clear. There is now a very transparent attempt by the Sussex Squad and other haters and wreckers of the British monarchy to damn our royal family as racist. They're not. And the palace must not give in to these woke attacks that undermine the late Queen's life's work. I am, of course, referring to the media hysteria around 83-year-old Lady Susan Hussey's unfortunate conversation with the activist charity box Ngozi Fulani, in which she asked multiple times where she was from. And that's been taken as proof by most of the media that the monarchy is guilty of structural racism, and Meghan just must have been a victim too. But yesterday I revealed there is much more to this story than meets the eye, which has been ignored by the woke media because it doesn't fit the anti-monarchy narrative. Now, that includes the fact that Fulani is an extremist supporter of Harry and Meghan, who has bizarrely accused King Charles and Queen Camilla of being guilty of domestic violence towards their daughter-in-law. Now, she's been on a media blitz today. The BBC didn't ask about it, Sly News didn't ask about it, but Jeremy Vine sort of did. Watch this.
And it's also about, obviously, Buckingham Palace and what goes on in there. And I know I think you've previously tweeted about Meghan, the treatment of Meghan. Are you feeling that this actually makes you think that some of what Meghan said about the way she was treated must have been bang on?
I have never tweeted about Meghan. I have not joined that conversation, and I won't do that now because, as I said, the focus needs to be on what happened within Buckingham Palace a couple of days ago.
Now, Fulani is either mistaken or being deliberately misleading with that answer. Because from the account of her charity Sister Space, and signed off with her name, she tweeted in March last year, "Our charity supports black women domestic violence survivors. I can't stay silent about this. I admire Meghan for speaking out. According to clear definition, it seems Meghan is a survivor of domestic violence from her in-laws. P.S. I'm glad hypocrite Piers has left ITV." And in another tweet from May this year, she seemingly wrote in regards to the decision by the late Queen for Harry and Meghan not to appear on the BP balcony during the Platinum Jubilee because they are non-working royals. Harry and Meghan won't be allowed on the balcony. They're in a completely different category to Andrew. He's linked to sexual crimes. Harry married and had children with a black woman. An all-exclusively white balcony, the only black people banned? Racism. So look, while it's terrible she was made to feel uncomfortable by 83-year-old Lady Hussey, a member, I should say, of a different generation, clearly unaware of the woke language that now dominates our culture. Her preconceived loyalty to Harry and Meghan before the palace visit is at the very least important context about what Fulani is now claiming. But when it comes to the royal family at the moment, in the woke media anyway, appearances always outweigh reality. So the BBC allows her unchallenged to say she was a victim of abuse at Buckingham Palace.
Then I have to really question how this can happen in a space that's supposed to protect women against all kinds of violence. So it's not, although it's not physical violence, it is an abuse.
So her reaction, did she then, as this conversation continued, like did she laugh, or how did she walk off in the end? What happened?
Like an interrogation. That's the only way I can explain it. She's determined, where are you from? Where are your people from?
No pushback at all to the claim that she suffered from abuse because of a question at Buckingham Palace. So I believe there is a clear agenda here to destroy the British monarchy, starting with the Prince and Princess of Wales' now overshadowed US tour. Following the race row, they were subjected to a lecture on colonialism at their own opening event by Reverend Mariama White Hammond, left-wing Boston's Chief of Environment, Energy and Open Space, and even experienced boos at the basketball.
I invite us all to consider the legacy of colonialism and racism, the ways it has impacted people across the world, and its connection, its deep connection to the degradation of land and our planet that we are all seeking to reverse.
So that reaction is why it's important that our media critically analyses these claims of racism against the royal family, rather than giving in to the Harry and Meghan-fueled hatred of the monarchy. Remember, the monarchy that the vast majority of us love and support.